Um, yeah, I love the Armani Exchange. Armani Exchange. Uh, it's a cannibal market. LA told me that, or Lauren Bass told me that in LA we have to honor certain people's cultural heritages. And then they introduced me to the hot house, and where they cure human meat. And then they took me on a tour with the hitmen, and the hitmen showed me where they have like, they'll do a hit, and then the carniceria man comes, they tent the whole situation off, they go, they butcher the meat, the hitman goes to there's a dollar store, you go, and then you go back to the hit, and they have the meat prepared for you, and they hand it to you in butcher paper. It's really interesting. I love it. If you want a human leather clutch or human leather shoes, which I'm a big fan, I want to get the apron like they have at Union Station. The full chest is the bomb. Excuse me. Oh my God, someone's like having a heart attack. Anyways. Thank you, Nana. If you want a human leather clutch, then find somebody who needs a tummy tuck. And it seems like everybody's answers, everyone's prayers are answered. There's legitimate reasons to use the online exchange for sure. I said it's never been a design house, is what I was told. I think it's a very interesting, it's a very, very interesting idea. I would say the Armani Exchange should include things like witchcraft, time travel, all that is MK Ultra, which I believe is Michael Kors. He wanted to keep an eye on something specific. It's either me or my dad, probably my pop. I don't know why. We've lived as, I guess, CIA or something quietly. But I might die before anything gets exposed because my villagers, the people in my hometown, are set on killing me. And my aunt and my ex-boyfriend. It could be my ex-boyfriend, but who knows. You know, she does get marks for being aggressive. If I didn't like me, I would be like, dang, that's a good idea. They're trying to share the idea that they say I'm so fucking small in my vaginal area that you have to rape me before you die, otherwise you're just gonna miss out. It's not true. Every fucking woman is like that. They're just used to being fucking cavernous, fucking assumpted person is someone who's, Disney told me, there's a thin bone in between the anus and the front genitals. And when a man feels like the woman or the person that he's having sex with is too good for him, they will surprise sodomize the person and break that little thin bone, which then drops your engine. It drops the whole. Oh, we've been talking to kids. It's so sad. It drops your intestines, and it's called sumptered. The slang is sumptered, and like. It has like it has like an apocalyptic effect where men will start to roll around in it like catnip. Well, actually, okay. It goes farther because it's at some point when they've reached that part, because a doctor at Kaiser Permanente off Sunset told me that the children, or really it's any person, when the genitals are so emasculated from the constant trauma that they desperately try to congeal into what was once genitals, and it can no longer. It's just emasculated flesh, and eventually the being able to resuscitate somebody like we can now in this time of age, or this technological age. Oh my God, someone's trying to fucking talk to me. Is it Kimberly? She's got a fucking horrible accent. English is that bitch's first language. I'm sorry. English is her first language. She's very useful, but they're using her incorrectly. People are using her remote neural device to make her extra aggressive. She's holding the whole fucking world hostage her own way. This is a separate hostage situation. And she goes, "What do you mean I'm too violent?" It's like, she's a UFC fighter. She's really cool. She's very smart. She's not dumb. They're using her right now to augment the police officers' brains and other people's, like, she can orchestrate your visceral emotions. It's like the opposite of autism. She's hyper aware of how people communicate in interpersonal relationships. She's genius. She's gorgeous, but she's aggressive. But she's pitted that way. They make her that way. Let's see. And there's another girl, Caitlin. Don't. She's cut her feet off already. It's the thing that I have. I just want to cut. If they killed my son, or if they dislocated his jaw with their dick, then because I'm doing these, like, we're trying to end human trafficking. If you see a house with bushes that are knee high and lower, those are to hide children who get loose from sex trafficking situations. If you see shrubbery that's shoulder high or higher, it's to hide the adults. A lot of times people will put toys or when you go to Mexico, they have piggy banks, and they have like statues, like not ceramic statues, like Cookie Monster and Winnie the Pooh. Like it's like an orange Winnie the Pooh, like an orange Tweety Bird kind of. I love those knockoff things. It's so funny. But they'll line their driveway so that if a child gets loose, that the child will instinctively run down the driveway into another cage. And then also adults. The LAPD told me that when hostages get loose or get freed, they act really strange and they don't know how to behave because they got beaten the fuck up unless they behaved a certain way, and they had to guess what the fuck that meant. So they act strange, and people don't know what kind of crazy they're going to bring into their lives. So eventually the person has to go back to the hijacker, like they're institutionalized, and go back in their cage. I don't want to be honest. We think that the LAPD is making fun of me. Maybe. It seems like it's a lot of really fucking interesting ass things that they said, and I guess it's making fun of me, bitch. I'm not a cannibal, nigga. The fuck is wrong? Oh, because of semen? I say the worst things in bed.